Hi there, it's Robert, the Red Tie Guy, and this is the market update for April 2025. The big news today is that it's officially more than 60 days as the average time on market. It's bumped up above there before, but it has been solid enough that I am now calling the average time on market 60 days, between 60 and 70, in the 60s there. And currently, the average price in Tucson is in the low to mid 400s, about $435,000. And let's just say it, the interest rates, they're going between the low to high sixes, about 6.35 to 6.8 today in the current market. So what does this mean for you, buyers and sellers? This is a balanced market now. Before, it was a seller's market leading into a balanced market, and now it is solidly a balanced market. And you're probably thinking, well, 60 plus days on market? My neighbor accepted an offer and it took less than 2 weeks. This is going to affect different neighborhoods very differently. You might be in one neighborhood that is highly priced, but with a very strong appeal, but requires a very certain buyer who values the specifics of your community. And your homes might have to compete against each other for those same buyers. Lower priced homes where they're getting buyers that are getting out of renting are going to be much more appealing and have a lot of buyers going for them because the alternative is increased rents. So it's going to vary neighborhood by neighborhood. We're only going to see these decreases if there's enough of, we're only going to see price decreases if there's enough in the same neighborhood that are going to compete against each other and have to bring their prices down to be the one that sells first. Alternatively, if you're the only one on the market, you could potentially leave it there for a long time, or you might be the only one in your neighborhood selling, and you would still sell quick just because, well, supply and demand. So what does this mean going on? Is it likely to be a big shift or prices drop? The answer is not really. The big demand here is because there's a move to work from home. And all those 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom apartments that were built in the 80s and 90s, they're still not going to cut what people are looking for now for their work from home, offices, etc. They're looking for that small house because they need to add one room as an office, or they need to have a room for the kid as well as the additional space for the home office off the dining room table. And if this sounds like something I've been saying since COVID, it is. But even though new homes are being built, they're not going to immediately offset this demand just after 1 year, after 2 years. This is something that's going to probably take a decade to fix. And while it's been offset a little bit over the past 3 or 4 years, it's probably not going to truly, this newly built supply, these bigger apartment buildings being built, they're not going to offset this demand for at least another 2-3 years. So below the average price, we're probably still going to see a very strong demand continue. Above the higher price, it's the question of, do people need it? Are they going to wait for the rates to lower? And do you have competition? If you don't have competition and you got a strong case for your home, you're probably going to sell quicker. And if you're lower priced, you're probably in a stronger demand than the average, and you'll still sell quick. But for this middling price range, the 300s to mid to high 400s, you're probably going to need to make a strong case so that you can beat your competitors and sell more quickly. So make sure that you are prepared, you showcase well, that you have everything needed, and most importantly, that you call me Robert Neely, the red tie guy, ask what your home can sell for, and there will be a link below, or depending on how you're viewing this, in the top right corner, and just click there and ask what your home will sell for, and I'll get you the monthly updates on our HomeBot system, as well as sending you a personalized report once a year. This is Robert Neely, the red tie guy, and I'll give you another update in 3 weeks. Thank you.